Hello. I hope you like my Shining Force wallpaper engine wallpaper. It's not technically mine, it's one I pulled off the workshop, but you know. Let me just move this monitor a little so that it's not being obstructed by the webcam. There we go. I'm sorry, my setup is a little odd right now because I can't move my left arm like any higher than this right now. Suffering a bit of what's called, I suppose, frozen shoulder, where the shoulder loses mobility after an injury and recovery period, so I need to stretch it every day. So I can't lift my arm up the way I can this one. But it's slowly regaining mobility. But I had to take my keyboard off the desk and put it on a little folding table in front of me, and I reshuffled all this stuff around, and... Well, in any case, I am here. Someone pinged me on Discord. I'm gonna actually close that so I'm not distracted right now. In any case, I am here to play Shining Force 3 for the first time. I'm actually really looking forward to it. Yeah, I actually had to look up a tutorial for how to make shortcuts to the game because the emulator I'm using is Mednafen, which has no UI basically. If you just open Mednafen, it does nothing. You need to use command line arguments or drag and drop the disk image onto the exe file to get it going. So I made shortcuts with the command line arguments in them. And let me just, very quickly mute Wallpaper Engine. That theme was Simone's theme, by the way, from Shining Force 1. Great game. Also a terrible game, depending on what battle you're playing. My god, toward the middle of the game, the terrain in the battle maps gets pretty awful. If I ever play Shining Force for Brain Scratch or on a live stream, it's not going to be vanilla Shining Force. It's going to be Shining Force modded to hell and gone, because my gosh, is that game full of first game in series problems. The terrain effects when you park a unit on forests or mountains or whatever don't even work properly in the first game. They're supposed to give you I think stat boosts when enemies attack you, but it doesn't happen. I think it either doesn't happen or it calculates wrong. What is it with old RPGs and just having entire stats and mechanics that don't work? That's a thing that kept going straight on up until Final Fantasy VII. In Final Fantasy VII's case, magic defense didn't work, and all defense calculated with regular defense, which kind of ruined the point of the armor system completely. Thankfully, the PC version fixed that, but so if you're playing the re-releases, it's all fixed. But in any case, Shining Force 3. I doubt I'm gonna get all that much in the way of viewership at this hour of the day. But I'm gonna be half asleep if I start this at 7 like I originally planned. So I'm just gonna roll with it. I didn't actually watch this opening when I tested the game out earlier. Oh, of course. It just, completely shuts off the the app whenever I go and click something over there. Oops. Okay, good. Alright, yeah, I just dialed down the Elgato's input. Yeah, I run my PC through Elgato to stream. I think it takes, like, less... It has less of a demand on the PC itself if you run the PC's input out through an Elgato and then to a monitor, and then back into itself. I love this extremely retro FMV CGI. I forgot how old the Sega Saturn was. Oh, jeez. Is the GBA remake of the first game better? It has its improvements, but, like, it's still the same battle maps. It just has more content, and I suppose you could say it improved on the story. Hang on. Start button? Hello? Oh, please tell me it did not undo my button input assignments. I think it undid my button input assignments. Mednafen, why? Okay. Alright, so the way this works, I think, is that you go... Alt-1? No, it's... What's the keyboard input for Mednafen controller stuff? Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up again. Because Mednafen is a piece of ass when it comes to, like, usability. But it's like... Saturn emulation doesn't leave me a whole lot of choice. Mednafen... controller setup. Thank you. Alt-Shift-1. Okay, I was like 90% right there. Let me just like bring all of my stuff back up. Why is Sonic presenting this? Because Camelot was known as Sonic before it became Camelot. It's confusing because it's not Sonic Team, but it's another Sega team called Sonic. Yeah. Alt-Shift-1. Okay, digital gamepad. Up, down, left. You have to hit each input twice. You see what I mean when I like say Mednafen is like has like no usability? Yeah. This is... I love this emulator, said no one ever. Left shoulder, come on. Right shoulder, thank you. Configuration finished. There we go. Hello, people. Nice to see some people showing up. You didn't miss anything, thanks to Mednafen, like, being terrible at user interface stuff. The main menu characters are a staple of old Shining Force games that I absolutely love. Oh, it's you, Faye, playing your tricks again. You startled me. Okay, so... it's crazy that most of this game's music is sequenced by the Saturn in real time. Well, a lot of early games in that generation used sequenced music. It was a way to save space on the CDs. You just had really lightweight files that determined what sounds came out of the console. And maybe for, like, special sounds, you'd have samples that would play that are on the disc, but... Like, I don't think it was until... I want to say Final Fantasy VIII that it became common to make entire soundtracks that were CD quality audio. And even then, you'd have to be careful with it, because that could bloat the disc size pretty hard. Like, Final Fantasy VIII was 4 discs when Final Fantasy VII was 3. And the 4th disc had to block a lot of towns because they needed to make room for more FMVs. Hello, Cassidy. Alright, so, we're gonna begin. Hey, are you sure this is the one we're looking for? Yes, I think. I'm pretty sure this one can do the job. I hope you're right. There's much to be done. Forgive us, child. I don't doubt your ability, but the fate of many lives hangs in the balance. Didn't Faye explain the situation to you? The search took so long, well, there wasn't enough time. No time to explain now, either. However, I can allow you to name the 3 heroes as you wish. Although he is honest and full of kindness during times of physical conflict, the fury of this man's soul burns hotter and hotter as he releases the savageness of a tiger. He shall be named Symbios. Is this name okay? Okay, so this is the thing about Shining Force 3. It's technically 3 games, 3 scenarios on 3 separate discs that you would buy separately in Japan at the time. And if you got all 3 and sent in your proof of purchase, you could get a 4th premium disc that has, like, I think an extra battle and some special content on it. I have that as well. Not the disc, but, you know, the game. Like, I don't think Sega cares. They're not making a penny off this anyway. But, like, we only got, in the West, the first scenario. The ending was slightly rewritten so that it would be somewhat more definitive, but, like, the original intent was to play the scenarios in order, and you would play the first scenario as Symbios, or Kite, as his name was localized here, and then at the end of that, you would import your save file to scenario 2, and you would play as another hero with another team of units through their scenario that took place afterward. And then, at the end, you would play as a third hero who united the 2 other factions into one big, huge megaforce in a slightly longer third final campaign. It's not so much like Fire Emblem Fates as Radiant Dawn, I want to say. I think that's a good comparison. You start out as the Dawn Brigade, and then you switch on over to Ike for part of the game, and then at the end they get together. I suppose another comparison would be Fire Emblem 7, the one that's just called Fire Emblem here, where you start as Lynn, play a chapter as her, then you're over to Ellawood or whatever, and you play as him for a while, and then there's a third hero in the third part of the game. Yeah. It sounds very complicated, but it's pretty straightforward. You just, you know, they got a bit more ambitious with Shining Force 3 than they were with the previous games. Hello, Superstar Man. But, okay, I got a highlighted comment here. I don't like 2K games and don't want to spend any money on anything they publish, but yet I'm interested in Borderlands. What do I do, Lewis? I can't say, because I tried Borderlands and didn't like it. And that has nothing to do with it being a bad game. It just did not suit my tastes. I did not like the visual style. I did not like the gameplay style. You know, I just, like, had to give that series a miss, because, like, I picked up one of the games super cheap at a bargain bin. You know, I figured I'd try it, and I didn't like it, so. You see how little mobility I have in my arm right now? I can't properly lift up a drink in my offhand. I have to put down my controller, reach across with my right hand, and drink this way. Ugh. But anyway, yeah, Hero 1 is Symbios. A brilliant man with a never-failing composure and an iron will that can't be swayed by emotions. Oh, so, you know, every character that's stereotypically cool in anime, then. He fights like a dragon and slices through the battlefield like the wind. Oh, so every character that's stereotypically cool in anime, then. Outer Worlds is excellent. Not as excellent as it could have been. There are some areas where it definitely falls short of the whole spiritual successor to New Vegas selling point that it kind of had. It's more, it's a lot, it's structurally and narratively closer to just a really good BioWare game, rather than a really good Obsidian game, which is weird, because it's an Obsidian game. What happened to my arm? I slipped on midnight ice on the driveway. Midnight on Valentine's Day, when I had a video call planned with my girlfriend the next day, so I spent the night in the emergency room and had to cancel, so that was great. But basically, I landed like this, smack, with my arm like hyperextended over me, and I fractured my upper arm like right here. So I had to be in a sling for a while. It hurt like the dickens, and it's a pain in the ass because, like, apart from freelance video editing, my other main source of income is delivery driving, which is a bit of a problem when you cannot use one of your arms. Especially when, like, a lot of the time when you're driving with food or drink next to you, you need both arms because one of your arms is going, like, to the side to steady the stuff you're delivering while you steer with the other hand. And, yeah, it sucks. And it's not like I can give myself paid sick leave either. The price of freedom. Anyway, the second hero, the hero of Scenario 2, who will not be our hero for quite some time, is Median. I don't know if he had a different name in the English version of Scenario 1. I don't even know if he appears in the English version of Scenario 1. You just need to deliver packages using your mind. Just use the Force. I wanted to make a joke like, may the Shining Force be with you, but then I watched some Shining Force videos this week and realized that another YouTuber had already, you know, claimed dibs on that catchphrase, so damn it. He rises above all others with his strong spirit, but carries with him a sorrow, a past full of sadness. Once released of this sorrow, his soul will soar as he becomes a wolf with sharp and virtuous fangs. His name shall be Julian. Is this name okay? And this is hero number 3, and one of the things I do know about this game is that he appears, and I think is temporarily recruited, in both of the other scenarios before becoming the main character, so that's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what's up with that. It's time for you to go now. Fare thee well, Synbios. Now, look, okay, Synbios. I'm not sure how I feel about that name. It seems like a fantasy name that's trying a little too hard, but also, I've played the other Shining Force games before this, and the naming has a tendency to be really lame. Like, the main character of the first game is Max the Swordsman, and then the main character of the second game is Bowie, and you recruit such fantastical sounding companions as Lemon the Red Baron and Peter the Phoenix, Chester the Knight. It's one of the aspects of the first 2 Shining Force games that I can't really get past, is that every character's name is about as exotic as the name Tina Branford was in the original, like, Japanese Final Fantasy VI. The kind of name that localizers would normally change to sound better, because they just sound like the guy next door or the classmate 2 desks over to most, like, native English speakers. Yeah, and Julian, the most normal name, but it's still, like, a name that sounds classy enough to be, like, a fantasy warrior kind of character. I mean, it's better than Marie, Robo, and Frog, yeah, but, like, Chrono Trigger is a wacky-looking Akira Toriyama looking game, so you can sort of forgive the lame names there, because, like, there's a lighthearted feeling to the game, so lighthearted sounding names feel more appropriate. And also, the game takes place in semi-modern times, so having, like, regular sounding names doesn't hurt too much, you know? It's, like, setting appropriate. But, like, this is a world with elves and dwarves and centaurs. I'm a little... preparations have been made, so you will know what to do. I'm spending way too much time on the character menu. I'm sorry. Chapter 1, Nightmare in the Floating City of Saraband. We're going back to a chapter system, which Shining Force 2 dropped in favor of, like, more open exploration. But in this case, I think it will be interesting because, from what I've heard, Shining Force 3 has a much more interesting and layered story than the first 2 games. I hope so. It's like, it was released like 5 to 6 years later. Um, I might be overestimating that number, I don't know. Good old Saturn 3D graphics. Actually, for the Saturn, this doesn't look bad. Saturn wasn't great at 3D graphics, but it wasn't terrible at them either. Like, you could make them look good with effort. How mysterious. So are we not going to find out what's going on with that guy? This looks like our elf mage. Mascarin is her name, I think? It's nice that, like, we have Shining Force characters now who don't have to walk in place all the time. It was always an odd... Oh. Why did you have to, like, go outside to close that window? Are you listening, Dantares? You seem to be in a terrible mood, Tybalt. Just because the peace conference with the Empire isn't going well is no reason to act like an ogre. You can't blame Tybalt for that. It sure doesn't seem like the Empire is truly interested in cooperating. It looks like they only display the name, like, the first time a character speaks. So I'm gonna have to remember that this guy is Edmund and the other one is Brutus or something. Oh, geez. Remember, Tybalt, they wouldn't have invaded Barrand if you had quashed the revolt of your people instead of begging the Empire for aid. Don't you think I know that? The guilt for inviting them into the Holy Land will stay with me forever. Okay, Kite, Symbios, sir, why do you have your sword out? Why do you have your lance and shield out? Oh, God. Like, we decided to not have everyone walking in place all the time, but we just couldn't spare the budget for out-of-battle sprites. Okay. Sure. It's a Shining Force game, all right. Be that... Oh, now it's showing Dantares' name again. Or did it not show him before and just have someone else calling him Dantares? Okay. Be that as it may, as the entrance to the Holy Land of Elbasem, Barrand is an important strategic point. Even without your troubles, how long could you hope to escape the Emperor's greedy eyes? That is a hard truth, Dantares. With the people in revolt, you had no other choice. There was no way to stop the Imperial invasion. As our Republic has but recently separated from the Empire, our own people do not yet understand the benefits of standing on our own. The Empire has taken advantage of that fact. We have poured our lifeblood into this, while others tear down everything we accomplished. It's unbearable. Others tear down everything? Who are you talking about? What do you mean, who? Have you forgotten? The rabble General Varlant mentioned. We have not forgotten, but there's no need to bring that subject up now. I haven't heard about this. Please continue. We're getting pretty heavy into exposition right away. Yes, this is on the Sega Saturn. Although, like, we only got the first third of the game in the West, and it's ludicrously rare and expensive these days to get the English version. A lot cheaper to get the Japanese version as a rule, because like the Saturn and all the games on it just did better over there than they did here. But you know, lower printings. I think Shining Force 3 was fairly close to the end of the Saturn's lifespan, though. Like, I think it's this and that, Panzer Dragoon's RPG that are like the two big Saturn RPGs that are supposed to both be really good. Anyway, let's get the exposition train rolling. How are things with you, Symbios? Are you getting used to filling in for your father, Conrad? I like how he feels the express need to name Symbios' father to him as if he doesn't know. I see. You don't look as if you are. Ah, Lord Conrad. It's a shame his health wouldn't permit him to come. You see, I would normally say that was for the player's benefit, but they could have left the name out of like the king's dialogue and just let this guy fill in and had context carry it, and it would have worked. It's just like, you know, that's an odd note in the writing that I can't help but notice. It's times like these we need him the most. Are you unsatisfied with Symbios? You'd prefer General Varlant, perhaps? Is that what you are implying, Tybalt? Varlant wanted to be here, Tybalt, but you know as well as any of us what a bad idea that would have been. Ah, trouble in paradise, I see. We all know Varlant is a good man, but you know his temper. He's not suited for such delicate negotiations. Ugh. Yep, we just started. You enlisted Dantares. He wouldn't be here unless he thought Symbios could make a difference. Lord Symbios may still be young, but I see him carrying the future of the Republic on his back someday. These characters' Japanese names are so funny, seeing English is weird now. Huh. Well, I wouldn't really know. I never played the actual, like, English version of this back in the day. I did have access to a Saturn for a little while, but the games I played were, like, scrub tier stuff like Bug and Clockwork Knight. Clockwork Knight was fun. I believe you were telling an interesting story, weren't you, Brutus? Oh, you mean about... It's really not that big of a deal. Our soldiers stationed in Balsamo have reported some strange people in the area. I see. Strange people. Could you perhaps be a bit more specific? He refers to the ones General Varlant mentioned, the monks of that bizarre religious sect, the ones with the masks. General Varlant reported a group of pagan monks taking up residence in Balsamo prior to the start of the peace conference. Masked pagan monks. I don't understand how a pagan cult can proliferate on this continent in the face of the holy word of Elbasan. The people have enough to worry about. They shouldn't have their minds filled with that pagan nonsense. With the recent unrest, they're gaining quite a following, preaching about a coming new order. These monks sound like a bunch of cranks, but are they dangerous? If memory serves, when I tried playing the Japanese version and couldn't patch it, it was like Brutish Benetram was unchanged, Tybalt's tyranny, Varlant valiant and Danteres dauntless, masculine. Okay, interesting. These pagans, they claim they pray for peace, but what if their true aim is more sinister? This sort of doomsday preaching can be heard everywhere in Barrand. People are eating up these fantasies. Benetram, you're a pessimist. There are nuts everywhere. Worry about all of them and you'll become one. If those monks are the ones I've heard about, well, I have reason to be pessimistic. Let's talk about this some other time, shall we? We came all this way to talk peace with the Empire. Anyway, we should discuss our strategies in today's conference with the Empire while we still have time. What is it? Pardon the intrusion, my lords. A messenger from Saraband is here to see you. I thought we still had plenty of time before the conference. That's all right. Bring him in. Did you mean to post that twice? And yeah, Shining Force and Shining Force 2 have been re-released on like every Genesis collection. They're pretty much headliners of the entire console's lineup. Along with Shining in the Darkness, which I have gained a little bit of respect for, but it's hard for me to get into a first-person dungeon crawler, to be honest. I'm here to escort you to today's peace conference. You're here a bit ahead of schedule, aren't you? Governor Garvin suggests a new approach given the current difficulties in the peace negotiations. Before the official conference begins, he invites both yourself and the Emperor to an informal council. We weren't informed of this. This informal council is obviously an excuse to get all of the advisors out of the room. Perhaps that's not such a bad idea. Without the confusion of so many voices, the two of us might make some progress. All right, I shall go. Are you planning to go without a bodyguard? I shall ask Edmund to accompany me. But I'm the aggrieved party in this conference. Your emotions may hinder our discussion. I believe you should remain here. Yeah, it's unfortunate that the Saturn Shining games haven't had a chance to be re-released or remade at all. I've heard, like, all of them are good in their own way. But I would also like to ask Synbios to do something for me. Unlike us, you are not well known here. Go speak with the people of Saraband and learn what you can. Although Emperor Domeric and I meet today, I wouldn't expect to resolve everything right away. Besides, you are too serious, like your father. You could use some time relaxing among the people. I also need to tell Danteres something. I think an Imperial Knight, Campbell, is here in Saraband accompanying the young Prince Median. Campbell sounds familiar. I've heard tales of a brave knight. Not long ago, during a border skirmish, he fought brilliantly against us. You may find him somewhere in town. I'm ready. Thank you for waiting, messenger. Yeah, that might be the case. It's unfortunate though, because like everyone that I've heard talk about this game in particular basically considers it like Camelot's best game, at least in its completed form. I can already tell the story is a lot more serious than Shining Force 2, where like we would have already been 2 battles in by now. So he is gone. So now what do we do? Nothing to do but wait. But you have a job to do, Symbiote, so you better go. Okay. I like this notice when it first appears in Shining Force 2 because it's like Chester and Sarah join the Force before they even know that there's a Force to join. Anyway, oh, hang on. Let me see. Okay. So, C is the talk button. C is B on my controller, A is B, X is A. Putting Genesis and Saturn buttons on a frickin' Xbox controller is always a bit funky. The fact your father, Lord Conrad, couldn't make it is a liability for the Republic. You must fill the void this has created. Okay. I keep forgetting that the analog stick doesn't do anything right now. There's an Imperial camp in the West District of Saraband. You might be able to discover something there. 6 button pads, yeah. I mean, jeez. Oh, if this is like any other Shining game, let me see. Hang on. Symbiote inspects the bookcase. Battle tactics. First, you want to soften the enemy up with long-range attacks, then finish them off with melee attacks. Okay. Sure. Oh, okay. So, hang on. Is the... Oh, no. Oh, I see. Okay, so... X and Y are like different camera buttons. Like nothing, neither the Y button, which is right bumper, or the right shoulder button, they're not doing anything, but I can rotate the camera in one direction with the left shoulder button. So I don't know what's going on with my controller mappings. But it's a little awkward. The door is locked from inside. Okay. That'll be the king's room then. Please don't leave me behind. I mean, I was just about to go talk to you, but okay. Ah, it's you, Grace. So, where is Masculine? That little minx. She's afraid she'll be scolded and is curled up hiding somewhere. She got me in trouble. In the middle of the conference, she peeked through the window. Oh, please. I beg you to forgive her. She regrets what she did. Please don't ask that of me, my lord. If we let Mascarin off so easily, it would not be good for her. Since Lord Symbiote insists, I'll let her off with a warning this time. You can come out now, Mascarin. Sir Dantares says he'll forgive you. I didn't mean to upset anyone. Mascarin, what am I to do with you? What is this? Flowers? What are these for? The messenger gave them to me earlier. I'm presenting them to you as my way of saying I'm sorry for what happened. You think this qualifies as an apology? Would you like some too, Lord Symbios? Mascarin, I'm not finished with you. Symbios received the cut flowers. Great. Thanks for wasting an inventory slot with those. Yes, what were you saying? Oh, never mind. I like these characters already. It was a little hard to get a feel for the characters in Shining Force 1 and 2 because, for one thing, there wasn't as much dialogue or as much story. Like, already, just these opening cutscenes are much more dense than the ones in Shining Force 1 and 2. But also, because the translation in the first two Shining Force games was not the best. Like, most of the time it sounded okay, but then you'd get weird things like, it's okay if he dies, he's old, so it doesn't matter, or something like that. And it's like, okay, yeah, I think you totally missed the intent of that line. Because, like, no one in their right mind would say that directly to Sir Astral's student when they're worried about him. Like, straight to Sarah's face. And yeah, like, I guess the dialogue in Shining Force 1 and 2 had a way of sounding a little too lighthearted and casual for the lines that they were trying to say. Which gave the game a lighthearted feeling, to be sure, but also, you know, the story and the characterization is going to suffer a little for that. Wildly better translation plus 2 megabytes versus 700 megabytes, yeah. I mean, they can do improved translation patches by expanding the ROMs, but in Shining Force 1 and 2's case, that also breaks the save system. And you have to rely entirely on save systems. You have to rely entirely on save states, I'm sorry. Oh. Okay, so let's see what's up here. Okay, so camera sort of swings behind you whenever you open a door. I can see that getting annoying because it means the wall is in the way of everything that I want to see inside the room. Hang on, is that a chest? That's a chest. I was right to come up here. Excellent. Excellent, okay. Alright, let's see what everyone has, actually. I knew it! The cut flowers wasted an inventory space. Fucking of course. Okay, so I'm starting with a steel sword? Wow, okay. Well, I guess there are perks to not being a little kid from nowhere. In Shining Force 2, you literally started with a wooden training sword, and your knight had a wooden stick for a spear. Because you're just a bunch of kids that bumble into the situation because you followed Sir Astral into the castle. Nothing will be as bad as Phantasy Star 2 and 3, though. Those games are both 768 kilobytes, despite 3's massively increased scope. Oh. I played enough DOS RPGs to know where that's going. Ugh. But, like, you know, bad translations don't stop with the small data size games. Wild Arms 1, and especially Wild Arms 2, have the worst translations. Like, the main selling point for me for the PS2 remake of Wild Arms 1 isn't that it's a PS2 remake of Wild Arms 1, it's that it's a version of the story that reads well. The dialogue makes sense. Wild Arms 1 is a little... yeah, anyway. Let's see. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna back out of this. I want to pass some items around. Okay, so... what does the... oh, item descriptions! Thank you! This is something that Shining Force 1 and 2 don't have. They don't have item descriptions. You have to basically look at the manual for most of the basic items, and for, like, anything that isn't in the manual, you need a guide. So, like, you wouldn't know, for example, that the power water can randomly increase your strength by anywhere from 2 to 4 points. So you might waste a few power waters, which is all the power waters in the game, before you realize that maybe you should be saving your game before you use them so you can get all the points you can. Okay, so I have an antidote herb. I have a medical herb. Completely recovers HP. Okay, that is a good item. In fact, it's so good an item, I'm wondering why they gave it to me at the beginning of the game. I'm going to pass that to Grace, who has no reason to use healing items, and therefore will just, like, be a good person to hold on to it. I like, though, that they give you separate inventories for... hang on, what? You can equip items? What? Okay, what? Oh, okay, they don't give you separate inventories for... Oh, okay, they just take the equipped items out of the inventory. I thought this was like the GBA remake of Shining Force 1, where they had 4 item slots for equipment and 4 item slots for items. But they just take the equipped item out of your 4 item slots, so it's not wasting space. Okay. Equip is a 5th slot and probably a 6th slot as well if they do the same for, like, accessory items. Okay, so that's definitely an improvement. There's a lot of improvement going on here. I mean, I'd be surprised if there wasn't. But let's take a look at stats. Okay. We've got more than 3 stats now. Attack, defense, agility, luck, and movement. Okay, so we got 4 stats. Luck is probably a helpful stat to have, considering how abominably rare critical hits and multi-attacks were in Shining Force 2. So I can count on characters with higher luck, presumably doing that more often. Our swordsman has egress because, of course, it's a Shining Force tradition. The main character has the retreat spell. I hope he gets more magic because, like, half of what makes Bowie such a good main character is the fact that he eventually gets the bolt spell. That gives him some much-needed flexibility in battle during the second half of the game. He doesn't gain it until, like, level 22, but... let's see. Okay, our knight. What are your stats looking like? Okay. Got some good move, as expected of a centaur. Shining Force's characters are, like, very charming in their diversity. Like, you have animal people, you have elves, you have dwarves, you have centaurs, which don't appear in too many RPGs, to be honest. Of course, you know, there's a cloud to every silver lining. Centaurs are the knights in the game, and that means they can't dismount when the terrain sucks, because they can't detach themselves from their own bodies, obviously. So, like, you have to really just grit your teeth and bear it when the terrain sucks, which is half of why I say Shining Force 1's maps are terrible. Because, like, the terrain is awful. Like, through, like, most of the second half of the game. And mounted units really fall off in terms of usefulness for a lot of battles in Shining Force 1. One of the things that you'll frequently see in Shining Force 1 mods is, you know, battle maps being changed so that they have less terrible terrain to soldier through. It starts as early as the second Battle 2. The first thing you do in Battle 2 for Shining Force 1 is the most tedious bottleneck through, like, muddy mountain terrain that limits your centaur to, like, 2 movement. Yeah, I keep hitting A instead of C. I need to break that habit. Symbiote searches directly ahead. Nothing found. Yeah, I wonder why. Yes, sir. All is well. Nothing suspicious to report. Since everything seems so peaceful, can I go with you into town? Sure. Lord Symbios, you are too kind. But I really shouldn't go since Lord Brutus is still here. Okay. I was expecting like a welcome to Grand Seal dialogue there. Are you going out, Lord Symbios? Ah, and everyone is with you. That's great. I'm envious. You're green with envy. You're so green with envy even your armor is feeling it. This is my first time in Saraband, and I would also like to look around. Please take me with you next time. Okay. Why not? Are these Empire soldiers, then? Since the heads of the Empire and the Republic are meeting, our duty as Saraband guards is vital. If ill-tempered nobles bump into each other, a war could break out. We can't let our guard down for a second. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. It's actually part of the reason why Three Houses clicks with me better than the other Fire Emblems, because I'm a Shining Force kid. I like having the ability to explore between battles and, you know, feel a little bit more invested in the world. It's not quite so fun to just go from battle to battle with menu screens as the only breaks. Is the person accompanying you the great Danteres from Flagard? His skill with a lance is well known even in the Empire. Oh, his skill is greatly exaggerated. He's only level 1. Maybe 2. He might have snuck in some extra training last night. I don't know. I'm surprised to see you attending the conference, and I'm deeply honored to meet you. Oh, these guys are nice. It's like, you know, normally this kind of game would introduce an empire, and they'd be, like, bastards. But, like, you know, because of its key strategic value, the Empire used the internal turmoil in Barrand as an excuse to invade. We hope the peace process succeeds, and the Barrand conflict won't result in a full-scale war. Oh, wait, is this, like, some... these guys aren't the Empire. These are, like, local guards. Okay. Alright, so I was slightly wrong. I need to learn the geography of this world so that I'm not misunderstanding things all the time. Hey, young man, do you like Saraband? I mean, it looks okay. I've seen like 2 square inches of it, though. I thought so. It's quite a sight, isn't it? Because of the wisdom and foresight of Governor Garvin, Saraband's leader, the area is flourishing. He established Saraband as a neutral trading country. Oh, so it's like a little in-between city-state place. I had a seizure because their pathfinding couldn't figure out where they were going. No, I could get out of my way. At least I can push the NPCs when they're in my way, because in Shining Force 1 especially, when you're exploring the first town, NPCs are constantly getting in your way. What? Okay, so... oh, okay. I just needed to be in the right place for that door to open. Well, yeah, Three Houses is graphically very rough. Like, it's also poorly optimized as well. I'm pretty sure that comes from it having initially been developed for the 3DS. Oh, hey. Yeah, talk about an upgrade. The houses in this game have bathtubs. Wash tubs. My husband spends all his time on research for the governor, but access to the mansion is restricted due to the conference. I thought I'd get to spend some time with him, but all he does is read. My papa is an engineer under Governor Garvin. He created the power that allows Saraband to move. What? What? Wait, is this Figaro Castle? Are we in Figaro Castle? Others in the town of Conus are supposedly researching steam-powered armor, but I don't believe all of that. Oh, I do. There's this armadillo I know. Don't ask. Why doesn't anyone care how the steam engine was invented? Curiosity is the driving force behind the development of technology and civilization. Otherwise, we are no better than beasts. Don't you agree? Yeah, sure. It's hard to get my character facing the direction I want them to face. I don't want to talk to the guy. I want to look at the bookshelf. Harness the power of steam. The pressure caused by evaporating water can be utilized to change your entire life. Wow, it actually does kind of sound stupid when you just spell it out like that. I have to admire early, like, inventors in the older days, like, when they really didn't have any way of like, confirming the things they were speculating about. Has to be some kind of, like, shut tight. Okay, so the 3D control and whatever's going on with my camera control mappings is kind of, like, gonna be a consistent problem as I play this game, but... He's been taking care of his pigeons all day. We're supposed to go on a date when he finishes. His pigeons are amazingly smart and useful. We can send messages to far-off friends with them. You see, I started off feeling like that was a really odd profession, but then my brain went, wait, messenger pigeons? And she said messages. And I'm like, oh! Ah. Well, steam armor is something that existed in Shining Force 1, and these games all do take place in the same universe. So, like, Oh, are you a unit I can recruit later? I was born in a poor village in the Republic. I ran away with my brothers in search of a better life and joined the Saraban Guard. Now I'm healthy, wealthy, and happy. Good for you. Can I enter this building? Yes. I didn't even have to, like, fiddle with the D-pad to check the door this time. Okay. Hey there. Seeing a young soldier reminds me of the era before the Republic seceded from the Empire. When Domeric came to power, laws to divide nobility from the middle class were passed, and we're living with the results. Is this a tactical map? Okay. Is this a cabinet? Oh! So I can search the cabinets. Okay, that's good to know. That is definitely good to know. You were born after the Republic was founded, weren't you? Yes. We left the Empire and became citizens of Saraband. Your father and other Republican pioneers fought impossible odds against Emperor Domeric's terrifying army, but succeeded in founding their own country. Okay. My sister is with her boyfriend, Garrosh. Garrosh has two brothers. One is a commander in the Saraban Guard, and his younger brother is in the Republican Army. He's assigned to the countryside. Okay. Ah, these are the barracks. Okay. Destonia really needs Saraband because there's no way to tell how long the conference will take. There's no reason why the Emperor needed to bring his 3 sons here. They must have had nothing better to do. Okay. Those seem like 2 completely unrelated thoughts. And the first real recruitment in this game is, well, we'll see. Oh, okay. I'm looking forward to that. Before the peace conference, we agreed to equip only light weapons, but I feel kind of nervous. What do you think? I mean, that's fairly standard, but you know. The barracks in Saraband's East District houses the Saraban Guard. To the west is the Private Guard barracks. The Private Guard are elite soldiers, but they are jerks. If you meet them, you'll understand. Oh, looking forward to that. I wouldn't recommend going near the West District of Saraband. Although it's not well known in the Republic, there are far more Imperial soldiers in Saraband than Republican soldiers. Okay. Well, the character designs in Shining Force are usually, like, really good, actually. And since we're using 3-dimensional models, even their battle, like, models are going to be unique to the characters for a change. Hayward, hello. You look very anime. I roamed the world as a mercenary searching for a master archer and ended up here in Saraband. I liked it here, so I'm helping guard the docking pier. However, I'm thinking of moving on again. Okay, so you have a portrait and a very interesting haircut, so I'm assuming you're going to join my team at some point. Now, before I go... Oh, damn it. Before I go anywhere else, I'm actually going to, like, research the houses that I've been to. Get out of my way, old man. Because I didn't think to check the... Damn it. That is a weird pixel to finally decide to open the doors on. Just faceplant directly into the frickin', Oh! Just a rat. That was worth it. An interesting thing about, the designs in Shining Force 3 that's a bit, like, odd to note is that, like, in Shining Force 1 and 2, all the elves were very slender and thin, male or female, and they seem to have dropped that characteristic in Shining Force 3 and made them more humanish. Just in general. I'm not sure whether that bothers me or not. Symbiosis inspects the bookcase. Friendships on the battlefield. When fighting in groups, it is through helping each other that victory is born. Bonds of trust amplify battle strength. Fun fact, this game had friendship support levels in battle before Fire Emblem did. So that's interesting. You know, to balance the karma, they just totally ripped off the weapon triangle for Shining Force 3, though. My husband was recruited by the Saraban Guard since he is a great swordsman. Military men usually enjoy a high standing in society, but unfortunately merchants have the power here. Oh, okay. My father is a great military man, so he wants to become strong too. But I don't want... So he wants me to become strong too, but I don't want to be just strong. I want to become adept in math and be a great merchant. I wonder what he'd say if I told him. Oh, let's, Ugh. Whenever you, like, bump up against a wall, your character defaults to facing away from the wall, which makes inspecting things a little bit difficult. My mother says to marry a merchant. She says a military man is good, but a merchant will make lots of gold and would make me happy. I still think I would like a strong, attractive military man. Aren't you a little young to be having these thoughts? I mean, I know that's a little bit more normal in Japan. Like, younger kids actually thinking about romance instead of thinking, ooh, gross, opposite sex has cooties. But, you know, it's always a little funny when it comes up in their games over here. The elegant trading center in the Central District represents the face of this modern city Saraband. The Republican and Imperial camps in the East and West districts were originally citizens' homes. If there ever is an anime design trope I don't like, is the overly slender character designs are common and more normal, or even big body types that are used to underline evil insecurity or as jokes. Well, yeah, but, like, elves being slender and more, like, lightweight is a general, like, elven trait, like, outside of anime, and when they made elves in Shining Force 1, they accounted for that and made the elves skinnier, and basically all the elves you ever recruited were either mages or archers, because they didn't have the build for the heavier weapons, you know. So it was like it was a consistent trait in the world building. Okay, what does this bookshelf say? Always inspect the bookshelves in Shining Force. Always do it. Fighting styles for the weak. Fighting styles for the weak. Okay. That's, is that like the medieval fantasy version of For Dummies? By the scholars of Saraband, pick a foe who has been weakened by a stronger fighter and never faced the enemy alone. Oh, so they're using the bookshelves to teach basic Shining Force tactics here. Yeah, but that's basically how you level up your healers in the early game. You whack them with a stronger enemy, and then when they've got like 2 HP left, you have your healer. Smack them with a stick. Otherwise, you just have to like gain 10 HP at a time, doing nothing but healing, and It gets a little, like, you have to really work to level up your healers in the early game, but then later on, when they have more MP, they can spam their healing skills and actually level up a little bit faster than everyone else, because their XP gains aren't getting smaller as the enemies get weaker. The enemy pushed policies based on feudalism. The enemy? That's a Freudian slip if ever there was one. The Empire pushed policies based on feudalism and stole the dreams of common people. The Republic, which is based on equality, is plagued with budgetary hardships, so Saraband really is the ideal nation. Okay. I feel like that analysis of these countries could be pretty topical in today's climate. Emperor Domeric of the Empire is visiting here now. I plan to stay in my house until he leaves. He's scary. Okay. Way to sound like a grade schooler, my man. Gotta love Three Houses again for letting HP from healing HP, for getting XP from healing HP. It's pretty standard for these kinds of games to have healing get you experience points, but in Fire Emblem, or at least in Three Houses, I'm not sure about the other ones, the XP you get from healing is fairly minimal, which is a problem because in several Fire Emblem games, your healers can only heal. But like, at least in Three Houses, they have like offensive capabilities. Like even your faith magic users will generally learn spells like Nosferatu, so they can do some damage from time to time. But like, early game Lissa. I find myself having to heal every little nick and scrape that my characters get just to scrape as much XP as I can get for Lissa. Saraband became a permanent neutral country because Emperor Domeric permitted it. Okay. It's considered to be one of the 7 wonders of the continent. However, I wonder why he allows a country like this to exist. That is a very good question. Because, like, I feel like he could just swoop in with his army at any time and take over a place like this if he really wanted to. Okay, so we got more houses. Gosh, there's a lot of exploring that you can do in this city. I've been playing Shining Force 2 over the last few months, and towns there are like 2 houses. Did you see the 3 princes of the Empire? No, not yet. The youngest prince, Median, is kind and extremely attractive. The eldest, Magaron, is the spoiled one, and Arant is downright strange. If Magaron or Arant takes over the Empire, the country will crumble. Oh, okay. My daughter-in-law snuck off to see the princes. I don't know why she can't stay home while my son's at work. But if I were younger, I'd fantasize about the princes too. Especially the youngest one. Yeah, he looks like a protagonist, you know? It just occurred to me that this is the first game in the Shining Force series where like the lords are actual lords and not just some kid or some guy with amnesia. There's a scratching. Wait, what? It feels cool. Ah! There's a cockroach. Oh, so they just have occasional shelves that will open up and have random messages that mean nothing? Okay. Well, I was making fun of grade schoolers there. Synbios inspects the bookcase, planning weapon proficiency. Take into account the various weapon types. Choose the weapon type that best suits you and use it in battle to develop your skill. Wait, do I have weapon ranks now? I need to check this. There are weapon levels now. Oh, okay. Hang on. What? And yeah, there's allies. Let's see. Dantares. Masquerade? Okay. I'm gonna have to experiment with that. Because, like, I don't know how any of the new systems in Shining Force 3 work, but, like, every time I hear about the game, one of the highlights that people mention is that it's the first game in the series where the tactics of battle got really, really good, as opposed to just being generally fun and good in combination with all the elements of the game. Do you know about the apartments in the East and West districts? No. Those buildings were made for single people. All unmarried people must live there. We're only allowed to live in a single unit home after marrying. I wonder what would happen if everyone got married at once. Okay. That's a little odd. Like, a little authoritarianistic. I mean, I understand the logic, at least. Ah, money. Thanks. Symbios inspects the bookcase. Neutral cities are the gateway to a new era, written by Garvin. Adopting ideologies of both the Empire and the Republic, Saraband has become a neutral trading partner. It's too bad that's kind of, like, incompatible with the concept of imperialism. That's another reason that I like Three Houses, is that the Empire and the Emperor aren't actually imperialistic, like, in a traditional sense in that game. So I like the thematic inversion there. The reason empires are usually cast as the bad guys is because empires tend to be imperialist in the traditional sense, which means they're trying to conquer everything around them, or at least control everything around them to some extent. And that's, like, not a very peaceful worldview to base your military action on, you know? It tends to cause trouble for the people who get involved. My papa is a great merchant. He's the favorite of Governor Garvin. Isn't that great? Merchants rule. Yeah, merchants rule. We wanted our son to join the military. We objected to him becoming a merchant. We lost face when he ran away, promising to become a merchant. However, now our son is quite successful. We're very proud. I just experienced a whole character arc in 3 seconds. That's... okay. The Republic is a conglomerate of territories, each with its own agenda. Compared to that, this place is quite simple. Yeah, it's just capitalism in a bottle. Go capitalism. Just, you know, watch out for the next 100 years. Some guy is going to start a mail order business in his garage, and it's just going to snowball into something ridiculous, and nobody else is going to be able to make money for the next 2 centuries. It's going to be horrible. But other than that, capitalism's great. The better you are in business, the more say you have. That's why it's such a great place. Yeah, okay. The cabinet's behind you, Symbios. There you go. No! There we go. Benefits of a mobile city. A mobile city can move with seasonal changes, so it always experiences favorable weather. Okay. I mean, that seems a little bit more sensible than Figaro Castle, which is in the desert, because defensible, I guess? But it seems like horrible farming country. I'm just gonna put that out there. Okay, so what's over here? Oh, this one actually opened. Side NPCs be like, if I get more than one text box, I swear it's a character arc about me and my loved ones. I mean, you know, that's fine by me. I like the Trails games, so talking to NPCs and getting that kind of stuff from them is fun. The governor prohibited the sale of weapons during the peace conference, so the weapons business is hurting pretty bad. I went to the weapons shop to look around, and it's dead. The whole sales floor was empty. Oh, so a sensible explanation for once for why you can't buy weapons from the first town weapons shop before Battle 1. In, like, the previous games, it was always because, like, the weapon shop was closed, or the guy who sold weapons in Guardiana was just in a bad mood that day and didn't want to sell weapons to you. Since King Benetram is such a great strategist, the Empire is taking every precaution. Some soldiers are acting quite aggressively, saying they should make the first move. You better watch out for yourself. Oh, wonderful. Nobody knows what Governor Garvin is thinking, but the people of Saravan support the Republican cause. It's kind of funny seeing it constantly described as Republican and knowing that's grammatically the correct word, but my brain automatically making the mental connection to, like, the Republican Party in the real world. Have you seen the trading center? No. Usually the area is packed, but recently the merchants stopped coming. With the negotiation to levy Baran and the peace talks, merchants are jumping the gun and are assuming war is inevitable. Yeah, that sounds like capitalism to me. Just, you know, first sign of trouble, sell those stocks. and then ask all confused why the economy collapsed 2 days later. The exploration is great, but like the precision needed to open doors is really starting to crack me the hell up. Oh no. Okay, give me half a second. I'm going to have to kick this bot. Thank you, but it's gonna make the game like disappear from the screen for half a second. So oh, I can't actually like click on that through Streamlabs. I gotta go into the blocked. And hang on, where's the like remove from chat thing? It's been so long since I've actually had to use moderator tools that I've forgotten where they all are. I don't remember. I really, you're not gonna be able to shame me for these game choices. We got good Star Wars games here. We got Shantae, Shadow Warrior, and okay, I only bought Sonic 4 so that I could record some footage for Johnny's Sonic 4 review. Like, that one bit where Sonic was losing his shit on one of the hills and, like, ducking repeatedly. I bought the game so that I could record that. I didn't buy it on its own, though. I just bought all the Sonic games at once. Where's Honey Pop? Not on my list. Like, I have no problem with people who enjoy games like Honey Pop, but, like, I don't give a shit. Like, I unironically could not care less about the entire genre. Hi! Oh, sorry, I accidentally tried talking to a box. If you need supplies for a long journey, you've come to the right place. Ah, this isn't one of those games where the item shop owner gets on your case for coming behind the counter. That's unfortunate. I just said I bought all the Sonic games at once, but yeah. I enjoy Sonic Forces well enough. Just not as much as the other ones. It's kind of just okay, you know? It's not a terrible game. Also, the bundle was cheap that week, actually, now that I think about it. Like, the games just so happened to be on sale, so it was a good time. Now, let's see. Buy. Right. Thank you for looking. I'm sure these items will meet with your approval. I have 510 gold. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Retreat to the last church visited. Cures poison and paralyze. Okay. No sense buying that stuff right now. Oh, the deals menu. For the longest time, I had no idea what the deals were. But what the deals menu is for special items that have been discarded. Or special items that dropped but could not land anywhere in your inventory. So like if an enemy has a power ring and for some reason you couldn't take it. It will disappear from the battle, but will appear in the deals section later so you can buy it. No, hang on. I wanted to push B. I really need to like keep the buttons on my Xbox pad straight. Forces is a massive disappointment, but you know, I've owned the game. I've owned the game on like 2 platforms for years, so I'm past the point of caring about it being a disappointment. You know, at some point I just decide, hey, I want to play as a fan character for a little while, and then I mess around in Sonic Forces until I get bored. And I was pushing the wrong button, I think. Nobody knows what Governor Garvin is thinking, but the people of Saravan support the... Oh, I already talked to you. Now, I'm looking around because I remember Total Biscuit, his old Let's Play of this game, said he was able to get an HP boosting item for Symbios before the first battle. What? 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 What is this? What am I looking at? But yeah, Total Biscuit said he had an HP boosting item that he got for Symbios before the first battle. I don't actually want to use that on Symbios, or any of the characters that I have right now for that matter. I just want to find it so that I have it. Because if this is anything like Shining Force 1's chapter-based system, I won't be able to come back to this city after a certain point. The chapter system in Shining Force differs from Fire Emblems in the sense that, like, in Fire Emblem, each chapter is basically one battle. Whereas in Shining Force, each chapter is all the battles located in a particular geographic region. So you'd get like 3 or 4 battles per chapter. Maybe as many as 5, depending. Yep. Okay, already talked to this one. Go. Nothing is found. Hello. Oh, already talked to that one too. No, I don't want to talk to... I pushed the button too many times. Okay. Did I go in here? Hello. When will the peace conference end? I hear that it's going to drag on for a while. It's getting on my nerves. Oh. So is this the weapon shop? This is probably the weapon shop. Okay. I see that business is good. You couldn't afford a restroom for your house/place of business, but I'm sure there's an outhouse somewhere in this polygonal nightmare. The leader of the Republic, King Benetram, is a great strategist in general. No way he'll give up Baran so easily. He must have some secret plan. Whatever it is, I'm sure it's a good one. Whenever young Imperial soldiers are off duty, they just loaf in the bar from morning to night. Slackers. They need to get a life. On the other hand, they're easygoing and fun-loving people. Oh. Okay. Have you been to the item shop? Yeah. They're not well stocked at all. Takes all the fun out of shopping. Once the peace conference is over, they'll have so much more stock. They'll have so much stock it'll be like a whole new store. Ah. I will say, like, they did a good job designing the 3D town environment. Like, it feels as sprawling and semi-alive as you would expect a town from this era of RPGs to feel. It kind of reminds me of Grandia, actually, while the 3D graphics and 2D sprites is a lot of that. Oh, I just noticed that this lady is a centaur. Like, I saw her from the bottom looking out on the roof, and I'm like, ah, hey, there's an NPC. But it's like, it took me a moment to notice the horse's butt sticking out because of the railing. I'm not a coward. I just grew tired of making a living by killing people. I'm making ends meet by doing laundry, and I found it's not a bad alternative. Do you agree? I think that's what she's asking. This text box probably did not look like this in Japan. I'm getting the feeling that there was a lot less text here. in Japanese letters, and that it did not overlap the yes or no text box. Outhouses can be fine if they're, like, well-maintained, but, like, it depends on where you live. Just be glad you weren't born in medieval times where you had to dig latrines and stuff, okay? There's always a time period where people had to do worse stuff than whatever it is that you're annoyed by. Okay, so I'm gonna say, yeah, like, if you make a living by doing laundry, you do you. Thanks for agreeing. However, you haven't had nearly enough battle experience to truly understand. I look forward to your answer after many more battles. Tell me again the next time we meet. Wait, is this going to be a recurring NPC who wants to know whether or not you want to quit fighting and do laundry for a living? Oh my god. Okay. If this is an NPC that remembers your answer through all 3 campaigns, I am going to laugh and laugh and laugh. Okay, one moment. I forgot to put, like, Streamlabs up front so that I can see the important stuff that I need to see. And, oh, damn. There's a big old thing just covering the chat box because I clicked on someone's name and it's showing me, like, status and stuff. Okay, this is definitely a more churchy church than the churches in Shining Force 1 and 2, which are just sort of a room where a priest stands at a counter. I mean, the one priest in New Grand Seal complains about not even having a roof, but, like, a roof is pretty much all the churches in those games have. Please make my wish come true. Please make my business successful and make me rich. Amen. That is the most realistic prayer I've ever seen in a video game ever. Elbisem is a guardian deity, you say? Oh yes, I know. However, he's said to be omnipotent and all-knowing, so I figured he would grant my wish for prosperity. That's what I believe. Yes, indeed. Okay. Okay. Everyone is praying for peace, but wartime is when we merchants prosper. Which to pray for? I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Young man, it's good to pray for peace, but sometimes peace doesn't come simply by praying for it. In such times, we must ask our soldiers to fight for us so that they may win peace. Gold, gold, gold! That's all everyone talks about. I guess it's inevitable since Saraband is based on trading, but we seem to be rich but have no soul. I feel quite empty. And Shining Force 3 is already deeper than the Rain Puddle storylines of Shining Force 1, and I'm kind of loving it, to be honest. My lost lamb, I'm glad you have come. What can I help you with? Okay, so, for those of you unfamiliar with Shining Force, you actually don't have a permadeath system. Like Fire Emblem would, you can actually revive any dead units just by going to a church and dropping a few coins. You don't necessarily want them to die, because as they level up, they get more expensive to raise, but, you can also promote their classes here, cure poison or curses or paralysis or whatever else, and save your game. Would you like to make a record of your adventure? Yes, please. Okay, so I have... Oh, you have a save file system. Okay. The JRPG church has evil music. We conclude the villain is going to be a religion once again. Well, the churches are good, actually. Shining Force has established deities and stuff, but it's a bit, like, polytheistic. Like, in Shining Force 2, you personally speak to 2 deities. The creator of the world and Mitula. I forget what her thing is, actually. And they, like, are good guys, definitely. But, like, Volcanon is a little bit of a grump. Blessings on you, child. Oh, Elbazem, grant them protection during strife. But, like, the churches in Shining Force 1 and 2, they never specify, like, who the god is or what kind of religion they're affiliated with. The world building was very thin. So here we have an established, like, deity that the country accepts as normal. And that's interesting to me. I keep hitting A instead of C. I don't know what I'm going to do. Because of the conference, our sales have been dismal. If all this stuff isn't resolved soon, all my food and goods stock will rot. My poor food. You know, food, you'd think, would be the thing that keeps selling. Because people need to eat. In fact, because of the conference, you've got a bunch of soldiers, you know, from both countries camped in the area. And, you know, they need provisions. Just saying. This looks like a wild arms. Oh, a treasure chest. The health bread. That's the item I was looking for. It's named something different than it usually is, but... Oh, that's a item. Okay. Let's see. Permanently increases max HP. I'm going to put that on. I'm just going to hand that to Mascarin. I'm just going to hold on to that for a little while. I don't know what unit I'm going to use that on, but generally the health item you'll want to give to someone who has, like, lacking HP and defense. So, like, in Shining Force 2, I'll give it to Slade early on because he kind of suffers in those areas early on. I mean, giving it to your main character is a solid choice because if he dies, that's like you lose half your money and have to start the battle over. But I'm not too fussed about that. Smart group fighting. One way to break the morale of your enemies is to defeat their leader. Identify the enemy leader immediately. Yeah, that's how boss characters work. Legend of Dragoon, Persona 5, and to a lesser extent, Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch Remastered. Wait, Persona 5? Why Persona 5? Religion isn't the bad guy in Persona 5. It's more like the concepts that humanity is struggling with takes the form of a Kabbalan, like, deity, but, like, everything takes the form of a deity, including half your characters, so... that's more like... I hit A again. Yes, it's a very shiny helmet. Believe me, I understand. You want to go to Balsamo. Kick butt and take names. If the Republic really wants to liberate Barrand, talking won't do any good. You'll have to find another way. What's this guy have to say? Until the peace conference is finished, we can't allow anyone to pass through here unless they have special permission. Aren't you from the Republic? I really would suggest you think again. Okay, so I think I've spent an hour and a half just walking around town in a Shining Force game, and that's kind of dazzling to me, to be honest. I thought the exploration would be a bit lacking because we're back to a chapter system, but honestly, if we're back to a chapter system, if we're back to a chapter system, but the chapters have towns this expansive, then I think I'll get my fix. Wait, I was supposed to... Okay, which way is west? Which way is west? I don't remember which way is... Wait. Oh, that button resets the camera to north. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I want to go... I haven't actually played Ni no Kuni. Now that I think about it, that's one of the games that, like, I keep hearing about. But, I haven't gone into the bar yet, which is a travesty. You should always go into the bar in any RPG. I like how they're standing between the chairs because they're centaurs and can't sit down. That's good because, like, Shining Force 2, one of the first things you see is Chester sitting at a school desk on top of a stool. And it's just like, why? Just remove the stool graphic from the place you want Chester to be standing. So, you know, okay. Our job is to report to Railhead about deals that are made at the trading center. However, since there have been no deals taking place, we've been hanging around killing time all day. So are these, like, hang on, I need to... We have to be in shape, and sitting around and drinking is bad for the legs, so we decided to run to Balsamo. We saw a lot of strange masked monks there. They're supposedly praying for the conference's success. Oh. Hello, stranger. Wow, I didn't know the Republic had cuties like you in service. You're just my type. Why don't you come back here later tonight? If you do, wink, you won't regret it. Okay, do you find that many women are attracted to you? No. What? How strange. How can a good-looking, upstanding guy like you not be popular? You're handsome, have a good job. The girls must be too shy to talk to you. That's what I think, anyway. Okay, my immersion is broken. I can't relate to this character at all anymore. I'm kidding, of course, but we're constantly working, so it's actually nice to relax like this and drink and mingle. It's always funny, like, the protagonist in most, like, anime JRPGs is just, like, swarmed with girls at all times for no reason, and always totally oblivious to it. The trope gets honestly really tiring at times. Like, Trails of Cold Steel fans, I'm sorry. But, like, it's really hard to like Reen Schwarzer or the characters around him when the good stuff about those characters keeps getting drowned in that stupid trope. You're from the Republic. You've got guts to talk to an Imperial soldier. Prince Magaron is a very good person. If we do our job, our personal lives are our own. That's good to know. Rumor is the Republic's planning to start a riot in Saraban since the conference isn't going well. People expect something to happen since King Benetram is a great strategist, but that could cause a war. It's like we just got out of a conversation with this guy, and it's clear he wants nothing but peace. I'm liking how half the NPCs are suspecting him of trying something sneaky, though, just because he has a reputation for being a good strategist. Prince Arant is tense and nervous all the time, and don't get me started on his assistant, General Cruert. He's got personality problems. I wish I could transfer to Prince Midian's army. Prince Magaron's assistant is the beautiful General Spiriel. Everyone admires her in some way. Besides being beautiful, her battle and command skills are superb. All the Imperial generals respect her. I know that Spiriel is both a boss character and eventually recruitable, assuming you don't kill her. Oh, you're from the Republic. You seem respectable, but you're here during the day to drink. Start drinking all day and you'll end up like these guys. I recommend you don't go down that road. Morals. Life lessons in our video games. Well, I mean, having romance choices is fine. I don't mind that. What gets my goat is the trope where, like, all the girls wind up crazy for the protagonist for no discernible reason because the protagonist is a block of wood who isn't allowed to have a personality because he has to be relatable. And having too much personality makes the character too specific to relate to. This is the Imperial District. It's off limits to weak Republican dogs like you. Don't you know that? Yes. Ha! I admire your attitude, but if you bump into any other Imperial soldiers, they won't share the same opinion, and you'll be as good as dead. Understand? Now you'd better turn around, okay? Absolutely, he says, not turning around at all. King Benetram is a filthy swine, and I wouldn't put anything past him. If this peace conference fails and he finds out Emperor Domeric will not return Barrand, what ploy will he use next? Aren't you Synbios, the son of the ex-Imperial General Conrad? I heard your father was a highly respected Imperial General. He would have been better off staying there. I wonder why he defected. I thought the point of us coming here was... Stop, Republican soldiers! What? This is looking rather grim, Grace. What's so grim about it, Republican soldiers? I think we've come to a bad place. I think we should turn around now. Oh no, wait a second. You people must be spies. Do you think we'd let spies escape so easily? Are we a little brightly colored to be spies, though? You come to the Imperial District and think you can get away with it? I think we need to beat some sense into your thick skulls. Hey, I don't like your tone. Are you challenging us? You actually think you're worthy enough to fight us? You think you can fight us on our own turf and still win? Okay. Silent conversations with silent protagonists. There's only one way to find out. Prepare to learn how hard it is to win a battle when you've lost an arm or two. All right, hold it right there. Sir Campbell of the Empire. And I believe you are the Emperor's son, Prince... Yes, I'm Median. Ah, so our two protagonists meet right away. That gentleman over there is Sir Dantares. Some say he is even stronger than I. Shocked. Even stronger than Sir Campbell? I like how they write shocked. Come on. You don't need to write that. Boy, did we choose the wrong guy to pick a fight with. I won't try to stop you, but if I were you, I wouldn't fight him. So, what will you do? Well, it seems you have been quite rude to these people. I wonder if they will forgive you. More shaky heads. Okay. Okay. Squeeze into the alley, one after another, single file, please. Just very slowly run away. Your timely arrival saved us some unpleasantness. Don't mention it. We simply spared a few Imperial soldiers' lives. She didn't realize that the group was, you know, grouping up. That's cute detail. I like that. It is we, the Imperial Army, who should apologize to you for acting so rudely. I wonder if Median here goes all silent protagonist in scenario 2. It wouldn't be the first time that a duology had the silent protagonist only speak in the scenarios that they're not the protagonist of, because that's what Persona 2 does, for one thing. And, like, Persona Q1 does the same thing. Like, whichever protagonist you pick never speaks, and the other one talks all the time. Are you saying non-protag, say Ryuji, has even an implied chance for romance with any of the romanceable characters? Or is that Joker is the protagonist? That's a given. No. Ryuji is the dumbass sidekick. He has no chance at romance, ever. In any game that has one. Okay, so, let's see. If we keep going like this with the formalities, we'll be here all day. After our meeting in the battle at the border a while back, Sir Dantares, I don't look forward to facing you on the battlefield again. I was about to say the same thing, Sir Campbell. You have certainly earned your reputation in battle. Is the person next to you by any chance Lord Symbios, the son of the great General Conrad? Your father is still considered a hero in the Empire, so you are his son. It can't just be a coincidence that we have met here like this. Coincidence? Possibly. To tell you the truth, we're investigating some masked monks. Masked monks? I see now. Those explosives were to be used for this attack. Well, that much is obvious. However, for what reason? We don't know what those monks are after yet, but for the moment, we should return to our respective camps and assess the damage. Lord Symbios, we must head back. The timing is unfortunate. I think we have much in common. Let's be sure to continue our conversation when we have a chance. Let's hurry back to the command center. Oh, so... What? The leaders of the Empire and the Republic are both here. Where's the attack coming from? I see. It must be some third country. I must hurry back to my post. But, ouch! I sprained my ankle. The Empire's finest right here. An attack. It's an enemy attack. My back is giving out. I can't move. All that training. All those taxpayer coins. What? What is happening here? I mustn't panic at a time like this. One wrong move and I could get hurt. Yeah, like these two yutzes. Joker has plenty of character. He's actually a pretty good example of how to make a silent protagonist have personality. It seems Median has given up. We detonated the explosive in time. He seems to have returned to his headquarters. What's with that suspicious monk in the mask? You're not Median and his allies. You are swine from the Republic. It seems these are the ones Prince Median was pursuing. Ha! Do you think you can fight me with that pitiful band? I'll cut you all to pieces. Not just masked monks, but frickin' masked ninja monks. Okay. Oh, okay. We're in battle. We are absolutely in battle. And I still can only rotate the camera in one direction. That's seriously going to be a problem. Okay, so let's see. Alright, let's see. I want... Okay, this is not... Yeah, this is... a little too open to be fighting 5 monks in, so... I'm gonna use this building as cover from one side. I'm gonna put... Symbios here, Dantares here, Grace between the two, and Mascarin here. I don't want to be ganged up on because Shining Force AI has a tendency to dogpile your protagonist at every opportunity. I'm gonna keep Mascarin where she is, and I'm gonna have... Yeah, I'm gonna keep everyone in position for the moment. And inch Symbios out. Let's go. Wow, those battle messages just speed right past. Early game happy slaps. I told you, see? They gang up on the protagonist, but at least they can only get me from two sides like this. Alright. Let's just heal Symbios. Oh, there's voice acting. I could barely hear it, though. I wonder if there's a config menu that I'm missing. Actually, now that I think about it, there probably is. Let me just, device, save, map. Okay, no config menu. Great. Okay, Mascarin. No, I don't want to attack. I want to use a spell. Thank you. Blaze. It is very old-timey, like, graphics, but I think the animations still look charming enough on their own. Okay. Let's give this monk a good... Expires. I like that phrasing. Wait, what? Loser. Alright, let's put this guy out of his misery. Oh, wait, I'm not going to be able to finish him off. Jeez, Symbios' attack power is pretty shit at the beginning. I mean, early game Shining Force usually is, like... Wait, I frickin' Royal Guarded his ass. Okay, since Dantares was nice enough to leave me a very low health mass monk, I'm going to give this guy a good whack with Grace. Get some experience points for my healer. Okay, let's see. Blaze got another full health monk. Just enough HP that Symbios probably won't be able to finish him, so I guess I'll give this one to Dantares as well. Alright, let's give this guy another good whack. Probably finish him off with Grace, too. Unless he triggers a counterattack. I think the counterattack system in 3 is different than in 1 and 2. Because in 1 and 2, it's just a really low probability random thing that happens. But, oof. It's a good thing that there are only 2 guys left. I'd be in trouble right now, otherwise. Okay, forget finishing that guy off with Grace. I am actually... What I'm going to do is heal Symbios. Because because I can get some experience for Grace that way too, and, you know, maybe get Masker in a kill. Yep, just... Really? Only 1 HP, huh? Okay. Okay, I know which one Symbios is gonna finish. The other one, yeah, I'll finish that one with Maskrim. Alright, not bad. It's only the first battle, which is always a bit, like, basic, but this one at least had me thinking about my positioning, which I'm gonna say is a good thing. Okay. One more heal for Symbios. The battle messages are going a little too quickly for my tastes. Like, I'd like to be able to, like, actually keep track of what's going on a little better. But, oh well. Maybe it's a quirk of the emulator. I don't know. Yeah. The almighty stick. We have made Shadowversity proud this day. Oh yeah, I forgot. In the Shining Force universe, when people die, they blink out of existence. These masked monks, in reality, are just a bunch of murderers. These monks are obviously responsible for the explosions. In any case, let's get back to our command center. Oh, the NPCs are just, like, back now, are they? Where the hell were you guys? I don't know who's behind this, but it's pretty stupid of them to attack Saraband. The benefit of a floating city isn't just to have the convenience of movement, but also to act as a marine fortress. Oh, so this is like the anti-Figaro castle, then. What's the purpose of this attack? Maybe it's an attempt on the lives of both heads of state. If that's the case, I must not leave my post, no matter what happens. Young people nowadays. After the first explosion, they ran for their lives and left us behind. Are you hurt? Quit roaming around and find somewhere safe. Do I look like I need somewhere safe? Look, the barrels and things over there suddenly exploded. What is going on here? This is why I was against this. All the powerful weapons are locked away. How can we fight against this attack? Oh, excuse me. Did you have business with the trading center? Well, we're closed for the day. Really? I'm not kidding. Please come again after some other time when it's safer. She's shivering. Oh. Okay, I guess we can't really explore the indoors now. I stopped listening whenever someone says the phrase young people these days. Yeah, it's usually a sign that, like, whoever's talking just forgets what it was like when they were young. Wow, 6 o'clock. It's been 2 hours and I've only got one battle done. There's going to be a lot of exploring in this game. Yep, all the doors are locked. Okay. This camera's starting to make me sick. Because I have to swing it all the way around every time I want to look at something. I need to figure out what's going on with my controls. Oh, I guess you want to go through here. I'm sorry. I'll get out of your way. I'm sorry. I'm so scared. My legs are trembling and I can't move. Could you take the road instead? Okay. Damn. King Benetram? King Benetram, is that Emperor Domeric with you? Indeed, I am Domeric. Are you not the knight Danteres who fought in the defeat of Campbell's army at the coast? That means the child next to you is the son of Conrad. What is going on here, King Benetram? Ha! Oh, red eyes. That's normal. Are you saying you don't know of this infamous plan to return Barrand in exchange for my life? That no one knows of this? What a farce. Even if we release the Emperor now, it won't change a thing. The die is cast. He's working with the monks. My lord, please wait! Please release Emperor Domeric. Even if you are my king, I, Danteres, upon my oath as a knight, can't allow you to abduct the Emperor. Interesting. So you're saying you will cut me down if I try to leave with the Emperor? Oh my, the fierce noble knight Danteres is about to skewer me! Whatever will I do? What are you waiting for? Stop wasting my time. Hurry up and do it. Ah, so you've changed your mind. Then my business here is complete, and I'll be on my way. This is not the same guy we were talking to earlier. So, that is how you intend to work this. Interesting little scene you put on here. He doesn't believe that we were on his side at all. We can't just let this happen. King Benetram will be at the command center. We've got to try to talk some sense into him. Don't you think the king was acting strange? And why were those monks helping him? We must get to the bottom of this. I like how the cheerful town music kicks in the moment the scene is over. At least it's not like the super upbeat town theme from the other games, because that would just be ridiculous. Huh. Did someone, like... Wait. The window's open again. You took your time, Symbios. With all the chaos outside, I was concerned that something had happened. What's wrong, Symbios? You look pale. What's the matter, Symbios? Where's Emperor Domeric? Did you say Emperor Domeric? What have you done? Answer me, Benetram! Ah, so it was an imposter. What are you talking about, Brutus? First you attack Saraband, and now what have you done with Emperor Domeric? The governor's office is up in arms. Mascarin asked the very same thing. What's going on with the Emperor? We all saw it. King Benetram abducted Emperor Domeric and brought him here. What? When? Did you see that? It was just a couple of minutes ago. See there, Benetram? There's a Republican witness. Do you still want to play innocent? But Benetram was here. He returned quite a while ago, saying the Emperor did not show up. However, we really did see it. There's no doubt it was King Benetram. So you saw... Are you sure it was me? There is another witness. Edmund must have been with him as well. Indeed, I was with King Benetram. I was with him the whole time. He never left my sight. The king speaks the truth. Domeric did not show up for the informal conference. Benetram most certainly didn't abduct him. Edmund is a man of few words, but he's a trustworthy general who wouldn't lie. So, what is going on here? Then perhaps Synbios saw both Benetram and Edmund abducting the Emperor. General Edmund wasn't there. King Benetram was with a group of masked monks when he came out of the governor's mansion. Actually, during the chaos of the attack, we came across a group of those masked monks. They attacked us, but it was nothing we couldn't handle. They were quite vicious, especially for monks. Were they, by any chance... We didn't make the connection at the time, but I believe they are the masked pagan worshippers from Balsamo. It begins to make sense. Do you know something about this, Benetram? Now that I think about it, you were concerned about these monks from the very beginning. What is going on? It's only speculation, but it seems the perpetrators want me and the Republic to take the blame for this crime. Even while we try to clear ourselves, the Imperial Army just might try to wipe us out altogether. And since this happened in a neutral country, the Saraban forces will also become our enemies. If we stay in Saraband, we are surrounded by enemies. If we leave, the Imperial territories are filled with enemies. If we must fight, we should move forward and not look back. While you make your escape, I shall go to Governor Garvin and tell him the truth. Since you are on good terms with Garvin, your pleas might indeed be helpful. Trade with Saraband is vital to our country. We must convince Governor Garvin of our innocence. Brutus, I'm relying on you. We'll have to forget about the Barrand peace negotiations for the time being. Still, it won't be easy to escape. We must not let the Imperial armies work together. We will only find a viable route if we split them up. I volunteer my forces to be used as a decoy. While my army creates a diversion for the Imperial army, you can escape Saraband with the Synbios force and return to Aspinia. Ooh. General Edmund, but that could be... Danteres is correct, Edmund. If you do that, you'll be throwing your life away. But if I don't, it won't be just me, but all of us. Therefore, I will join my forces with yours. I can't stand the Imperial army. If I fight alongside Edmund, I can get my revenge against Estonia. Tybalt. Edmund. I knew something like this would happen, so I was ready with a skiff. Let's go down to the shore and start some trouble. Aren't you dropping frames or something? Stream's lagging. Yeah, I'm seeing a pretty bad bit rate all of a sudden. Alright, I restarted the stream. the bit rate's excellent now, apparently. Just Twitch being Twitch. Wonderful. Great. Wonderful. It's just everything that I need in my life. Okay. Well, here we are. Sorry about that, people. Unfortunately, that one was out of my control. Just technical difficulties. Alright. I'm gonna give it a few minutes. Just to make sure. Well, not a few minutes, but like a little bit. Is it still dropping frames? Because on my side, it's showing a fine enough bit rate. The preview window on Twitch is also looking pretty good. Okay. Alright. So, I think... Damn, the bombs knocked out the internet, too. I'm pretty sure that... It's been buffering a bit throughout the stream, but you assumed it was geolocation differences. Huh. I don't know what causes Twitch to act like that. And when, but it seems to be fine now, so Your lives are important. Please try not to waste them. What are you doing, Benatram? You're under suspicion for all of this. You must get out of here quickly. Edmund and Tybalt's armies will be moving very shortly. Don't waste their sacrifice. We should get moving as well. However, not to run away. We're going to get to the bottom of this and clear the Republic's reputation. I didn't bring you here for this, but... I know this is a great responsibility with no warning. I'm relying on you, Symbios. Eloquent words from our hero. I'll deal with things here. Take good care of Benatram. Ah, right. Okay. Okay. Oh! I found the configuration menu. Okay. I'm going to slow down the message speed to normal, which really should be the default, whatever. Window color, window brightness, window transparency. Window transparency. Um... Huh. Hang on. Okay, so that did not change that. I'm gonna turn auto camera angle back on because I don't actually know what I just turned off. Yeah, I suppose he does. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna try and do one more battle. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, I guess you want to go through here. Oh, he's still doing that thing. Okay. You like these menu sounds? It's a very good pling. It kind of is, yeah, I suppose. I went and, like, rapid-fire pressed the C button while I was, like, not looking at the screen. Okay, I'm going to check over here. In order to take advantage of the decoy generated by General Edmund and the others, we must hurry and escape by way of the docking pier. Okay. So, am I just not allowed to go inside? Yes, I'm just not allowed to go inside buildings. Okay. Frickin' wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Good thing I did all the exploring before the battle. That'll be the docking pier. I guess I can't go shopping either. Ugh. Damn you, Benetram. Well, we apparently won't have to battle the Saraban Guard, but who got here first? By any reckoning, this is a sad state of affairs. And that's how you know they're dead. They're blinking out of existence. Huh. Oh, hey. Huh? King Benetram. If that's you, and you're here, then who is that other Benetram? If you have no wish for corpses to clutter the landscape, you'll move aside and leave us alone. We can't allow that. The affairs of Saraban will be resolved by Saraban's soldiers, even if it costs us our lives. I see. You will regret disobeying King Benetram as I put you to death. So, you will continue this murderous rampage. I am surprised to hear the Lord of Massacres, Emperor Domeric, would be so compassionate. Well then, in deference to Emperor Domeric's wishes, we will make your end swift and merciful. Stop. Ugh. Run away, my brother. Run! You're still alive, Garrosh. I was only unconscious. I'm alright. So, brother, run away from those murderers. Ha! Regrettably, your advice comes a bit late. Even the text box got all spinned upside down. No! My dear brother! How sadistic. My sources told me the Republican army had escaped Saraband. The main Republican forces deployed in the adjacent plains, and the battle rages as we speak. Benetram, however, is apparently still here. He must have used the bulk of his forces as a decoy. He's quite clever. Oh, so when the Emperor talked about putting on a scene, he already knew Benetram was a fake. Oh, I see. So he wasn't talking about Danteres. It seems the mystery is beginning to unravel. That looks like King Benetram, but why are there no Republic guards with him? There's something wrong here. Those guards have seen through our ploy. We must silence them, along with that Republican rabble. Please hurry ahead with Domeric. I'll catch up with you once we have things in hand here. They intend to kill the guards who overheard their plan, and us along with them. That Saraband guard may be the only witness who can prove my innocence. We must protect him. If anything happens to you, my lord, our decoy forces will have risked their lives for nothing. Please leave this to us. I understand. I'll stay out of your way and wish you luck. Okay, hang on. I just want to look at the back. Oh, damn. Fucking hell. Busting out the giant bats already, are we? Okay. Hang on. I like this circular cursor, by the way. Oop. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to figure out what button shows. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, so I need to get... Oh, damn. I walked right into the range of one of the giant bats. Poison? Please don't poison... Oh. Oh. I don't have detox yet. Okay. I think I left an antidote herb on Symbios. Nice. Level 2. Good. Alright. Just well-rounded stat gains. Okay, let's see. I'll put Symbios on this side of her to cover her back. And then use antidote. There we go. Jeez, I never have to cure poison in Shining Force 2. Already the game is harder. Great, they're allied units for now. I need to make sure they don't die. Why you're archers? Why are you just standing there? Back the fuck up, will you? Okay, I want to heal Masquerin now. Okay, I'm gonna do something slightly risky here, I think, because I need to get some people over to those archers. Listen up, you Republican buffoons. I'll take my leave with the Emperor now. Your pathetic lives end here. I see. So that's what's going on. So many hidden agendas. Both Benetram and even I, Domeric, are mere pawns in this twisted scheme. Okay, I'm gonna have Danteres get up closer because he can move fast. Mascarin's gonna back him up and stay close to this side because it looks like there are no bats. Oh no, there was one bat. It's going for the archer. Of course it is. Going for the people I'm trying to protect. Ow. Okay. It's looking like I'm gonna have to heal the archers to make sure that they survive. So... Oh, no. Poisoned again. I only had one antidote. I was gonna say, I'll send Grace up to the archers so that, you know... But I'm gonna have to keep Grace next to Symbios. Please don't let the poison be too bad. 2 damage, 1 damage. Okay, that's actually better than I was expecting. Is this like Fire Emblem? It's like Fire Emblem. Okay, good damage on flying enemies from archers. Good, good, good. That's what I like to see. Okay, Garrosh. Got decent enough defense, considering his HP level. But they're ganging up on the guy. Oof. 1 HP left. Damn. Okay, careful. Gotta be careful. If I can get Danteres up to Garrosh, I can use a healing item on Garrosh. Okay, first I want to heal... No, Mascarin's already been healed. Damn. Movement range is a bit wonky here. Let's just heal Symbios. Okay, I'll put myself here. Use medical herb on Garrosh, who needs exactly 10 healing. So this worked out. Damn, I'm not close enough. If that's the case, I'm gonna have Mascarin, like, hide back here. And hopefully the masked monks will focus on the others for the time being. I'll put Symbios here to try to lure that bat into range. Give him a good thwack. Thwack. There we go. When you heal exactly the HP amount you need for max. Yeah, well. I'm gonna have to get Grace up there pretty soon. At least they're dividing their attack power for now. I think, in fact, Danteres should be able to wipe those two out before they do much damage. Or he might be distracted by this guy. Okay, bitrate is going fine. I don't know what was wrong with the stream before. God, I hope this doesn't, like, cut up the archives into, like, 2 different streams, because that's going to be annoying. Okay, Danteres is... Oh, I was going to say he's trapped, but he can actually just run around and kill whoever. Okay. So let's see, like, what the HP values on these enemies are looking like. Okay, he's at full. He's almost dead. He's got 9. He's at full. Danteres. Hit the guy with 9. There we go. This guy has 1. Played that flawlessly, didn't I? Smack! The other 2 have full HP. Oh, damn, one of the bats is going after Garrosh, too. Ugh. Man, they're really making it hard to keep these guys alive. Like, Jesus Christ. Too bad for you, I'm already poisoned. You just wasted your attack. Let's move to this side so that, Why did you just not attack? Okay, it's going after Masquerin. That's good. I mean, normally I'd be a little bit worried about the monks going after my squishy mage, but I can revive my squishy mage. Please don't kill her. Okay, she survived. Thank you. Wait, please don't let the bat move first. Thank you, Garrosh. For as fragile as these allied archers are proving to be, they are at least making good moves. Except for that time when Green Hair just decided not to do anything. That was a little weird. Damn it, I can't get close enough to heal. And oh wait, no, what am I saying? I need to heal Masquerin. I got so tunnel visioned on saving the allied archers that I forgot Masquerin was about to die. Okay. That's not bad. It looks like the monks are, like, totally focused on my squishy mage for now, so I'm gonna have Danteres take the bat down. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, it's only 2 battles in, but even on a basic level, the battles in Shining Force 3 are already of a much higher quality than the ones I'm used to in 1 and 2. Okay, let's unleash. All right. Better or worse AI than Fire Emblem Green units? Green, well, allied units don't pop up at Shining Force very often, to be honest. In fact, the only time I can think of it happening in 2 off the top of my head is, like, in that weird period where... Alright, hang on. I'm gonna leave the bat where it is, and I'm just gonna kill one of these monks. Smack! Symbios can use some leveling up anyway. Yes! That's what I was hoping for. 2 points of attack. Nice. That is a pretty good level up. Hayward, just, like, take a step away and shoot an arrow at the monk. Please. Ugh, you are so going on the bench as soon as I get a caravan equivalent. Garrosh is doing the same thing, huh? Okay, wonderful. Good to know. I don't have enough MP. Great. Okay. All right. Oh, I have an antidote herb. Okay. I have an antidote herb. I forgot. I didn't have a. I forgot I had a second antidote herb on Grace. Okay, wonderful. Alright. I am glad that Shining Force like gives you experience for using healing items, because that's something Fire Emblem doesn't do. Makes you kind of feel like you have to use your It makes you kind of feel like you have to use your okay. Perfect. I can just chuck a fireball at this bat and kill it. And maybe get a level up for Masquerain as well. There we go. Yes. 3 MP. Nice. Good. Good. Like, they used to pop with explosion graphics, now they just straight up kaboom. Another kill for Symbios. Bam! I'm not gonna bother wasting the antidote herb on Symbios, actually. he just got a medical herb anyway, so why not? Okay, so these two are just gonna stick around here, so I guess now that I've cleared out the enemies here, I don't need to worry about them dying. Yeah, they're just straight up not doing anything. Wait, what are you doing? Oh, talk! There's a talk option. Let's do that. You are members of the real Republican Army? To impersonate King Benetran and take the life of my brother, I shall make them pay for this. I'll go now to inform Governor Garvin of this and dispel all the lies about you. I'll catch up to you later. You know, I bet the battle just keeps going on if you let these guys die. And, like, the outcome of that is impacted in your save file. I'm a mercenary. The name's Hayward. I'm glad you came along when you did. I see the famous Sir Dantares is with you. Does that mean you are the army of the great Lord Conrad? His son Symbios is our commander. We are chasing those masked monks and the imposter. To pursue such a powerful enemy, you seem to be at an obvious disadvantage in numbers. Please allow me to join your force. I've dreamed of fighting alongside a famous warrior like Sir Dantares. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret this. Ah, good. Just enough movement range to give this bat a nice thwack. Boom. Okay. No poison this time? Ah. That's good. I'll only have to deal with it for, like, one. I'm gonna put Symbios there. It's doing 2 damage. That's not bad. Hang on. How much movement range does the bat have? Hang on. Oh. Oh, it just shows the movement range when I highlight them. Oh, good. It even shows the attack ranges like in Modern Fire Emblem. That's good. In fact, it tells me that I shouldn't move Hayward at all, because Hayward is just like right outside the bat's attack range. Yeah, so I'm gonna actually just have him sit there doing nothing. I'm gonna put Grace in front of Symbios. He's going after Symbios anyway. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't pull a trick like that. Yeah, I should have had Grace heal the poison. Okay, items, use. Antidote, okay. I didn't notice that everyone had one of these. I guess they did that because of the bats. Great, now I won't die in 2 turns just by doing nothing. Okay, good. The bat is at least going after Grace. She can heal her own poison if she needs to. I'll just have her bop the bat in the head before she does. What? Yes, medical orb. Good, good, good. If this guy is going to be using spells, then I don't want to be fighting him with 4 HP. Now. Damn, I'm just like slightly too far away to be useful at the moment, so I'm going to actually just hide behind this box and hope the bat doesn't get any bright ideas about coming after me. Smack. Whew. For a second battle, this is pretty intense, actually. Like, flying units on the enemy side. Okay, good. He's going after Symbios. I was afraid he might cast a spell on Grace and kill her, but it looks like I won't have to be reviving any units just yet. 1 space away, thank you. Just enough MP for 1 more fire spell.
Here I come.
This guy's got a lot of HP. Jeez. They don't. In the first 2 games, they don't throw enemies with quite so much HP at you until much later. I do recommend playing Shining Force 1 and 2, especially 2. But, ooh, okay. Eight damage. And my attack is actually going up pretty fast as Symbios. The difference that one level up will make. Oh, seriously? Hayward. All you needed to do was 1 more damage. The honor of killing the boss goes to the healer. Smack! Thanks for curing my poison. That was quite a stiff fight, yet everyone performed admirably. In any case, Garrosh is taking much too long. I wonder if he was able to clear our name. If we waste any more time, they'll have too much of a head start. We must leave at once for Balsamo. I see. You're referring to the information we got from General Varlant about their base of operations. Let's go after them. I suspect Garrosh is going to actually join the Scenario 2 force. Hang on. Oh, okay. So I don't get to... Oh, damn it. Ah, I can explore the ships. Wait, which way is the exit and which way is the town? Ah. Hang on. Let me see. I can go in. Okay, I can go in. I know you want to shop for weapons, but I don't have any to sell you right now. Some men from the governor's office took them and hid them somewhere. I've been asking for them back, but... Damn. Okay. Well, I'm actually just gonna go to the church. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours in total. No. Many precious lives have been lost. I can only pray that all the poor souls find peace in the heavens. Have you looked around Saraband? All the merchants are gone. They left to go get rich from the war. Oh, wonderful. My lost lamb, I'm glad you have come. What can I help you with? Okay, first... 10 gold, yes. It's cheaper than an antidote. Is anyone else poisoned? Okay. Yes, yes, I absolutely will. Okay, so... That was 3 hours. Getting a little tired, not to mention hungry. So I'm going to end this first stream here. We will pick up next time, whenever next time is, with... Actually, I think the first thing I'm going to do next time is explore the town again, because I kind of want to see, like, how far the game allows me to go while I'm supposed to be leaving the town. Because it looks like everyone is walking around again, and they all have new things to say, and it's like... Wait, if I save Garrosh, can I just go to the governor's office and, you know, ask about things? Would that work? Is that a thing that I can do? But, yeah, for now, I'm not going to continue. Alright. Welcome back, Symbios. Master Gabriel just fell asleep. He tried to hold out and stay awake until you returned. Good night, Symbios. Get some rest. You deserve it. Alright. Have a good night, everybody.